Take your marks.
Good morning, folks. It's 2022 Winter Mountain Games. So we're out here right now. Schemo Vertical has just started. Here go the racers, the national championship event, and they are up the hill. There they go. Oh, we had a competitor just lose their skins already. It's too early in the race for that. Good morning, folks. It is Sunday, February 27th. Vail Valley Live starts now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. My name is Ty Diaz, and as you saw, where Cameron is over at Vail, that is the Winter Mountain Games. Kicked off on Friday. Big events, concerts, shows, athleticism, proceeds, depending on what the events you sign up for, going towards a great cause. And yeah, it's a Sunday morning. There's a lot going on this morning, and as Cameron described for you, the skins are coming off, and it's a little too early in the race for that. This sounds like an exciting time, doesn't it? And thank you for tuning in to Vail Valley Live, your Sunday and weekend edition, watching us on Outside Television 17, Facebook with your alarm notifying you that we're on, as well as on YouTube. And here's what you can expect on today's show. And here's that screenshot once again. Cameron live over at Vail. Details on the Talons Challenge as it continues in Beaver Creek today. We don't have a host reporting live from over there, but I believe Meredith was signed up for those events. She's not going to be broadcasting and letting us know any of the details, but I got a text message from her asking if I could work yesterday. I'm always working. Upcoming at the Vilar performances, we'll share that detail with you on today's show, as well as shopping at the outlets of Silverthorne, what made headlines, etc., etc. Yeah, good morning to you. Starting the morning off with some fresh snow in areas where it was received around Colorado, but now even in Eagle County, we're going to continue to enjoy the sunshine today. High temperatures making their way into the 40s as we give you a look at the weather. Brought to you by Outlets of Silverthorne, Elevated Savings. I am not awake. But what you're going to find temperature-wise, 7 below. That's the in-fields temperature right now, but we're picking up the single digits for the start of the morning. But how beautiful is this view right now? Have you pulled the blinds in your home? The views from my home, pulling the blinds just started the morning, too bright for the interior. But to get outside, that's not a hesitation for many as we look at Lions Head right now. Some movement happening there. We have some employees making their way towards staging locations, be it restaurant, lift operations, you name it, ski patrol. Even the avalanche dogs are out there. The ski patrol dogs are out there, making their way over towards Lions Head, where Vail Village, where Cameron is. We have the Vail Mountain Games going on. And how are you doing this morning, considering the events that are happening around the valley? Enjoying today's temperature in the 40s. How are you doing this morning, waking up with this colder temperature and such a bright start? Concerts and shows and athleticism, it continues. And so I commend you for being so strong this morning, stronger than I. Here's what we're looking at. Sunshine in the forecast, high temperatures in the 40s. Looking at tomorrow, keeping the 40s around the sunshine. And how long will this last? Are you the kind of person that are looking for the snow? I just want it to snow all the time, Ty. Well, I'm with you. I just want it to be sunny all the time, Ty. I agree with you, too. And we're going to get that this week. Wednesday, Thursday is our transition in the weather. High temperatures by the time Thursday gets here, as we look at it, the mid to upper 40s, almost the 50s. Zero chance of precipitation, but suspect for weather by the time the weekend gets here. We're looking at chances for precipitation to return, and we're going to just kind of pay attention to that, but also paying attention to the crawl. At the bottom of your screen right there on Vail Mountain, what's groomed is a lot to kind of pursue if you're heading to the slopes today. Athleticism-wise, just being in the sun-wise, taking pictures-wise, maybe it's your job just to photograph everyone. It's your day to tap out from the slopes. But if you're just joining us and just arriving to the area, again, welcome, and thank you for finding us on Outside Television, as well as on Facebook and on YouTube. We're going to go to Cameron right now. This guy's all fired up every morning. Good morning, Cameron. I was telling Rachel, I'm like, I used to be him. I used to be all pumped up in the morning. Yeah, the show starts right now. And so what do you attribute your morning strength and alertness to, especially on a Sunday
Good
morning,
morning,
following
Ty.
concerts and
You know,
shows.
I think the fact that it's 1 degrees out, it kind of lends itself to you really have to get that energy going. Otherwise, you're just gonna be cold. It's not 40 degrees yet. Hopefully, it gets there later today. But I mean, I've got a beautiful a Yeti Lowball here, full of a beautiful English breakfast tea.
Oh,
It's actually, you were mentioning before the show, Ty, that I got all the brands on today. So this is a Winter Mountain Games.
you're all
Yeti
swagged
tumbler.
out, Cameron. You are swagged out. I see just logos. I see aviators.
All the
I
logos.
see Nature Valley. You're mic'd up for other occasions. The backpack, even frost on your new beanie. We watch you. You get dressed for us in the morning. So let's go through your layers as usual.
Yeah, Ty. So this morning I've got a base layer on, just short sleeve shirt, and then a long sleeve shirt over that for some reason. I don't know. It was dark this morning when I got dressed. And then I've got my hoodie on. I've got my neck gaiter. I've got the sunglasses today because it's going to be bright. Got a nice knit beanie. You can see a little bit of frost on the top there.
Significant frost.
And then a puffer outer coat. I also have a chest pack here for my radio and my snacks. So I'm working the Winter Mountain Games this weekend. So we've got all the events. I think I've got like 17 pens in here. Got my backpack. I've got some protein shakes back there. I've got base layers on the bottom too. I got snow pants, and ski pants, long socks, boots. We're ready.
It's the Cameron action figure. I even see little zip ties right there, kind of like billowing out of your pocket over there. You're
right.
ready to go. And your gloves look a little bit different. Is that part of like the accessories for the weekend?
No,
Are you
I've actually got my ski mittens on because my work gloves are in my bag, but they're proper gloves. And we talked about this a while ago. How hot tub party for the hands there in the mittens. So keeping my fingers warm this morning before we really start to get to work.
Yeah, where you are at Vail, we just saw like the launch of people running with skis on. So let's kind of pan around. We see the banners behind you, Winter Mountain Games. Let's just build this whole thing up and just get people energized at home as though they're outside on location. What's going on over there? People are gone now.
That's right, Ty. So, top of the show. If you missed the top of the show just now, definitely go back and watch it on the replay on our Facebook and YouTube. But top of the show, we saw the beginning of the National Championship Skimo Vertical Race. So those athletes, you saw them all just trucking right past us. They are hoofing it up from here at Mountain Plaza, right here at Gondola 1, all the way up to Mid-Vail. So where the gondola dropped you off. So 2.2 miles uphill, 1,990 vertical feet, and they are just trucking. So they started right there at 7:30. You see the course map there? They're going over to Golden Peak and then up, and it is up, straight up there, up to Mid-Vail.
That's pretty
They
serious.
started right here at 7:30, and they'll be finishing up there. I think the faster ones are going to get there in 45 minutes to an hour. So they're really, really hoofing it, that's for sure.
That's some serious terrain. That's a serious activity and making its mark towards the Olympics in the next 4 years. And so we're looking at future Olympians, I guess, who's all
That's
about
right.
getting into this skimo. 7:30 in the morning with the lift starting. Thank you, Cameron. We'll be checking back in with him shortly. With skimo, 7:30 in the morning, but the lifts open at 8:30. Skimo, that's an uphill. Lift not required. And the lifts open at Beaver Creek at 9 o'clock. You're watching Vail Valley Live. We're just getting started. I'm going to need more caffeine over here, or at least I need to step outside to be as alert as Cameron. How about you? We'll be right back with headlines.
Winter is coming, and you can enjoy every minute with Outside Plus, your membership to the outdoors. Whether you're exploring the backcountry or your local trails, Outside Plus has you covered. With expert advice on gear, product discounts, premium access to Outside TV and the Gaia GPS app, and inspiring content delivered from the most respected names in the outdoors. Become an Outside Plus member today to get free tickets and VIP access to this year's Warren Miller film. Join at warrenmiller.com/Outside Plus.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
You deserve more from your steak. You deserve the only steak that's guaranteed to be perfect every single time. At Omaha Steaks, we're delivering old school quality with a now school mentality. That means aging every steak for tenderness, carefully hand carving, and obsessing over every last detail, so you never second guess a single bite. For a limited time, get 4 free chicken breasts and 4 free pork chops with your order. Go to omahasteaks.com/TV today. You deserve this.
Look your best with fashions from the outlets at Silverthorne. Mountains of brands to suit your style with savings up to 70% off every day. Don't forget to pick up a VIP savings card from the Colorado Welcome Center for even more discounts. Become an Elite Rewards member and earn amazing gifts. Outlets at Silverthorne, located 30 minutes east of Vail, exit 205 on I-70.
Winter is coming, and you can enjoy every minute with Outside Plus, your membership to the outdoors. Whether you're exploring the backcountry or your local trails, Outside Plus has you covered. With expert advice on gear, product discounts, premium access to Outside TV and the Gaia GPS app, and inspiring content delivered from the most respected names in the outdoors. Become an Outside Plus member today to get free tickets and VIP access to this year's Warren Miller film. Join at warrenmiller.com/Outside Plus.
You're watching Vail Valley Live. Thank you for tuning in with us every morning, 7:30. However you're watching. Outside television, promoting your outdoor lifestyle, Channel 17 with Comcast, Facebook. Thank you for setting the alerts and being here with us, as well as YouTube. The chat box is there. And so if you want to be a part of carrying this show, just jump in there and start asking questions. Cameron, who are you wearing right now? Like it's a red carpet. Special thanks to Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea for fueling our mornings. I'm drinking tea this morning, and what they're known for their coffee, they're known for their teas, their pastries, and in Beaver Creek, they're known for having the adult spirit and beverages available for you there as well, and prime real estate location just at the base of the escalators right there near Centennial, Chair 6, the chairlift gondola there. You can also find Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea in Minturn, the Roastery, one of my favorite hot spots, just to kind of stand there and not know what I want to order just yet, but I keep looking through the glass to see who's working back there. Do I know anyone? And just watching the process. You can do that too. The Wi-Fi is available for you, and a hotspot, especially in the summertime. You can see the kayaks just lined up in the parking lot early in the morning before the day. Yeah, that's Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea, fueling our mornings year-round. Here's what made headlines. Looking at today's newspaper, the Vail Daily, a doggone good time. And this is very reminiscent to what we saw at the opening of the show with Cameron. The Vail Winter Mountain Games happening over there. But this is the dog version. People and their canine companions start the 5K Snowshoe Dog Derby during the Winter Mountain Games. How cute. Okay, how cute again. Looking at this was yesterday with the Vail Nordic Center. In Vail, many dogs were dressed in costumes. Now notice these dogs kind of paying attention to anyone on the sidelines with their cameras. They're all thinking the same thing, in my opinion. Dogs tell an amazing story, just keeping your eye on them. Getting locals in the door. Vail housing officials will ask town council to create a home buyer assistance program to keep adding more deed restrictions in town. That topic is found on A3. And as we move through other headlines, Catch Me Outside. I had to play that up. Catch Me Outside. This is a Canadian jays dwell all year in high mountains, supple pine, spruce, and fir forest during the winter when the temperatures can drop to minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit. It is important for Canadian jays to stay warm. You can find this topic on the inside of the newspaper, the local and regional portion. In other topics that made headlines, sports and outdoors, Skimo highlights Vail Winter Mountain Games, and we just witnessed the starting line of that this morning at the start of the show. Many Colorado-based athletes show out in the competition's individual and sprint results. And as Cameron was sharing with you, the skins were coming up very early in this morning's race. That one kicked off at 7:30. And in arts and entertainment, Claggett Ray Gallery hosts exhibits this March. Oh, that's fun. You have to love art around here. The exhibit features paintings from impressionist artists like Derek Penix and sculptors like Jane de Dexter. And these are some of the topics that you can find in today's Vail Daily. Yeah, a lot of fun to kind of check that out, some of these headlines. And Schemo, that's an athletic thing that's going on right now this morning. Big talks all weekend long. Athleticism, both Vail and Beaver Creek, be it the Mountain Games or the Talons Challenge over at Beaver Creek. Let's go and check in with Cameron right now and just see the results of your location. Bridge Street, oh yeah. And this Kimosabi right there.
That's right. Yeah, we've relocated just a little bit. I definitely want to talk about how I'm going to be here later today. We've been working hard all weekend, so Bad Kitty Lounge is going to be the place. We'll come back to that. But yeah, definitely we've relocated a little bit. You can see the sunshine just coming down, painting some of these buildings. That's the Pepe Sports building there, right there with the yellow building. But yeah, Kimosabe just up here to our left. Let's see if we can pan just a little bit. Get all your leather, your hats, your boots, all that, right next to 10th Mountain Whiskey. And then also over here, a really kind of new addition to Vail Village, and that is Aviator Nation. You can see the sign, nice brightly rainbow colored over there. We're going to kind of walk our way over there. Yeah, we've got a couple really kind of new and just great options for shopping here in the village. So if you're out and about this morning, definitely check out Aviator Nation. They've got some really cool kind of 70s vintage looking stuff. People might ask you who you're wearing if you've got Aviator Nation on. But like I said, we came over here to talk about Bad Kitty. And we're gonna walk our way back there. We've got Barry here on the camera. He's doing a great job. We're just hanging out. We're
morning, Barry.
But yeah, so Bad Kitty Lounge. It's like one of the hot spots here in Vail Village. They don't have a menu. It's a speakeasy. You go in there, you say,
speakeasy.
I want something strong. And they make it for you. It's amazing. You tell them what you kind of like, what you don't like. The bartenders down there, they do a great job. They open, I think it's 5 o'clock. They might open a little bit earlier right now with opera season in town. But definitely the place to be. One of the hot spots here in the village for sure.
Okay, Bad Kitty Lounge. So are you just kind of staging for everyone that you're checking in at Bad Kitty Lounge, like social media style, but with Vail Valley Live? How genius is that? If anyone is watching the show right now and you want to check in to a location, do so through Vail Valley Live. And Bad Kitty Lounge, we're noticing, are they a tequila-ria? Is that what you're saying? They're a tequila bar?
No. They're like a speakeasy. They've got everything. I think you can see some of those photos there.
We're going to have to look up Speakeasy, Cameron. We're going to have to look up Speakeasy to make sure we're calling things by the right name. But why not then? A Speakeasy on Bridge Street. And continue.
Absolutely. Whew. Ty, have you been there? Have you been down to Bad Kitty before?
If it's next to that T-shirt shop at the bottom of those stairs, it used to be Loaded Joe's years ago. Before they moved to their current location. But have I ever been to a true speakeasy? I can't say that I have.
Oh, really? I'm trying to think. I went to one. Oh, where was I? I think I was in Spain.
Oh.
I went to a proper, there's no signs. You knock on the door a special way. They slide the thing. It was a really cool experience.
A special knock. Knock 3 times, then swipe. I don't know. Yeah. So when you hang out there, I mean, what's the atmosphere like,
I think I would call it like one of the more chill spots. It's a little bit kind of dimmer lit. They've got some nice bar seating in there. It's a couple high top tables. Most of the time when I go in there, off peak hours. So it's not too busy. Just chill. You can grab a drink, have a conversation, really hang out before you maybe make your way back to the condo or maybe to one of the louder bars here in the village. But definitely a chill spot to get a good drink before your evening. Or
So
maybe to wrap
that
the evening
location's a
up.
good place to kind of just turn it up, get us started, walk across the bridge, and before going too far, right off to the right. Bad Kitty, drop into the speakeasy. I see the martini in their signage right there. All right, we're talking about cocktails early in the morning. Vail Valley Live. Cameron is our host and also checking in early at Bad Kitty, and you could do the same thing too, checking in with Vail Valley Live as we're just getting started. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more.
Xterra, apparel for your active lifestyle. Visit xterraplanet.com today. Enter the promo code CHECK20 at checkout for an extra 20% off regularly priced merchandise.
Live in Beaver Creek, Cirque Mechanics. Be captivated by trapeze artists, acrobats in giant wheels. Be stunned as trampoline artists defy the laws of physics. Giggle at the antics of comedic characters. Be enchanted by the story of laughter, love, flight, and birdhouses. In a word, excellent, says the New York Times. A delight for audiences of all ages. Cirque Mechanics, live March 4th in Beaver Creek. Get tickets at vilarpack.org.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Betteridge. Fine jewelry and watches with exceptional service since 1897, located in Solaris.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live, giving you the ins and outs and directions on finding speakeasies on Bridge Street, giving you a look at the weather, though, for the start of the morning as well. As we're approaching the 8 o'clock hour, starting the morning off in feels, the below figures. Temperature-wise, the single digits. It's a bundling up start of the morning, but those layers are going to come off because take a look at the temperatures right there. High temperatures climbing in the 40s, and that also speaks for our week, temperature-wise, climbing even deeper into the 40s and remaining in the sun. And that's our today, which is Sunday, tomorrow, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the clouds roll in, and we're going to kind of hold for warmer temperatures continuing into our Thursday with those clouds overcast throughout the day. Overnight low temperatures will be in the mid-20s. This is definitely an indicator of the change of our season ahead. We're 21 days away from spring. Are you ready? As we noticed this weekend, especially during the show, people in the background, the settings of our hosts doing field reporting, some of the neon colors are coming back out for the winter, but we're rolling towards spring. It's the change of the guard of your gear is what we're looking at right there. And speaking of the change of the guard of your gear, as we just shared with you the weather, how about your wardrobe? One of the many fashions I've stepped into this winter season is Columbia, and that can be found at the outlets of Silverthorne. Let's take a look.
I'm at the Columbia Sportswear store at the outlets of Silverthorne with Peggy Ziglin, here to tell us about some really comfortable pieces for winter and spring.
Oh my gosh, yes. This is Columbia Sportswear and the outlet. So you can get deals galore all year round, which is neat.
And this piece that we're both wearing is so soft, so great
Isn't
for
it?
layering, would be wonderful under a shell or on its own.
Absolutely. And you know what? These are $49.99. They're normally like $85. So huge, huge, huge deals that you can get here at Columbia.
Such a great deal. And tell us how we can save more with some special offers.
Absolutely. You know, we have the VIP savings card. You can pick this up at the Welcome Center, the Colorado Welcome Center, or the management office. Just say, I saw this right here on Vail Valley Live, and I would love to have one. Well, first we have our beautiful Rachel. And Rachel is actually in our burgundy, thermal, fabulous, reflective, lined vest. And then we popped that actually with a black and white a long sleeve tee underneath, and then we found burgundy leggings, which are tights, but they also are super, super warm, so it's great for outdoors, and she also can wear that out just for fun. She's got her pom-pom hat on, of course, and then if that weren't enough, she's got her Sorel boots. Her whole outfit would be $399. It will come to $197. Rachel's gonna save $201 just on that fabulous outfit alone. Then we have our beautiful Silver, and Silver has on a rainbow Omni Heat jacket. So it's really, really warm, super fun colors. We've popped on her vest underneath. It's a thermal vest, so she's really ready for the weather climate as it keeps getting warmer throughout the day. She has her thermal tee on, of course, her cream hat, her gray legging tights, and then if that weren't enough, she also has her pink shoes, which are a pink soled. They look amazing. Whole outfit would be $500. Comes to $278. She'll save $221. Next we have a beautiful Madeline. Madeline is in a sage puffer jacket. She has on her hoodie, her thermal hoodie on, and then she also has on her Columbia white Omni Heat boots. Whole outfit would be $397, comes to $240. My goodness, she's saving $157. Our handsome Win is wearing also Columbia, and he has on more of the camo fleece jacket. He also has his ski pants. He's got his t-shirt on. He also has his fabulous hat on. He has a neck warmer and gloves for later too. And then if that weren't enough, his Omni Heat fabulous shoes. Whole outfit would actually be $384, but he would buy it at the outlets for $335 with his savings card, and he's going to save $149.
Great, thanks so much, Peggy. Some great looks for winter and spring, and from the beanies on the hats to the Sorel and Columbia boots, everyone is outfitted and ready to get outside.
Absolutely.
That's Columbia, and that's some of the attires that you could find over there, name brands, at the outlets at Silverthorne, Elevated Savings. And when you make your way over there to that plaza, you'll find it on the north and the south end of I-70 over at Silverthorne, Dillon area. Be sure to stop by the Information Center and pick up your discount card to begin your savings while shopping there. Upwards of 70%. I read the signs in the windows. And the staff, whenever I show up there, they've been very helpful, kind of pointing out the savings and making sure that I save at the outlets of Silverthorne, walking out of there with many more bags than anticipated while shopping. You are watching Vail Valley Live. Thank you for tuning in with us. Give you another look at the weather right now and traffic picking up for your Sunday morning. Seeing a lot of westbound traffic looking somewhat heavy, eastbound traffic as well, and in the sun. As you're driving towards the east, you're going to find some of that blinding sun right there for you. And as you can see from the traffic, East Vail making its way up Vail Pass, we're seeing some things to kind of be aware of, and that would be the semis on the side of the road, shoulder median snow. Visibility is a challenge as well, and icy conditions for that drive. Log on to cotrip.org and check out the roads before you go. It's a Sunday morning that's usually the heaviest eastbound, making its way back towards the Front Range. But if you're sticking around with us, maybe all week long, you just arrived, the Vilar has shows all the time up there. The Vilar Performing Arts Center in Beaver Creek. One of the many shows that we've been eyeing at the Vilar in Beaver Creek is happening on Friday. Check this one out. Cirque Mechanics, Birdhouse Factory. And we're talking about acrobatics, machines, theater. It's a circus. Huge spectacle of performance. And so if you go to the website right now, you'll find the intelligently conceived and expert executed Birdhouse Factory. In a word, excellent. And that's according to the New York Times. Check out this performance as we all just become enchanted. And that's part of the spectacle when you go to the Vilar. Every seat is the best seat in the house. No need to kind of scurry on over there to find one. You can bring your concession inside. But taking on the show, these guys have been here before, and I've often tried to catch this show. Maybe you have caught them before, but they are returning. And again, we're talking about contortion, acrobatics, machines, theater, circus. 7:30 is the showtime on Friday, this upcoming Friday, where you can catch the show. Tickets are available for the Cirque Mechanics if you log on to vilarpac.org. You're watching Vail Valley Live. We'll be right back.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
Vail Valley Live outerwear provided by Skea Limited.
We get out, fired up, hook big ones. We get out and rip it. And we track them down. So crack a Mountain Dew and get out and do.
It's amazing. He's talking about motorcycle insurance, and people love it. And of course, they love the savings they're going to get with Geico, but it goes beyond that.
You deserve to save.
Heard that before.
You deserve to save.
I know.
I need you to hear me. You deserve to save.
I deserve to save.
I mean, he has a way of making you feel seen.
Bundle car and motorcycle insurance and save at geico.com.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Carrots Jewelers, creating heirlooms for over 50 years.
You're watching Vail Valley Live, giving you a look at the weather right now and starting the morning off with the cold in fields temperatures, the below figures over at Vail, and that's where Cameron is. We'll be checking in with him shortly. But as we make our way through the morning, and what an earlier start, we're looking at sunshine all day long, all week long. High temperatures climbing into the 40s. Look at that sun on the mountain. Look at those moguls right below the Pride Chair over in Lion's Head at Vail. That's right by the Born Free Chairlift number 8, as well as the Eagle Bound Gondola number 19. Just due more west of those trees over there, you'll find the Cascade Chairlift, bringing you out of, what does that call it? It's called the Grand Hyatt, I believe it's called. The chair 20, I think it's chair 20, before you make your way to the Pride Chair. Roll over those trees, drop down to those runs. Maybe you want to check out those moguls. Yeah, it's going to be a day spent in the sun. And as you notice the crawl at the bottom of your screen, that's what's groomed on Vail Mountain if you are a groomer's chaser. And if you have any features about your day on the slopes that you would care to share with us photograph-wise, go ahead and send those over to us. We're going to send it out to Cameron right now, sharing with us speakeasies on Vail, illicit establishments where alcoholic beverages are illegally sold. Cameron?
Well, I mean, illegally, yes, historically, maybe not.
It's from the Prohibition era, yeah.
Yeah, there's no bathtub gin at the Bad Kitty. I can't say that for sure.
Bathtub gin.
Bathtub gin.
Where are you from, Cameron? You're giving us speakeasies, now bathtub gin. Gin, where are you from?
A child of the 40s, apparently. Probably the 20s.
The 20s.
So I was a child of the teens. Oh, we're gonna shift a little bit here. Sorry, there's a car moving behind us. I don't know if Ty, did you see that clip? It's been a couple months now, but the reporter who was like on live air and the car hit her and she kept going. I don't want to have to do that this morning.
I sent that video to Trisha Swenson. She may have passed that along to you guys. When did you see this? I sent that link out about a week and a half ago to her. And you know what she said? The reporter, the guy hit by the car while reporting live, she's like, I'm okay. Happens to me all the time. It happened to me when I was in college reporting. Is what she said in that video.
No.
Yeah, she did. Ooh.
Oh, you know the joke when you're in college is if you get hit by a pedestrian or hit by a car, your tuition's paid for.
Oh.
So I wonder if Trisha got her tuition.
Well, I didn't say Trisha's got hit by a car, but on Bridge Street, if you're not carrying your skis or your snowboard properly, that's a lot of like ducking room, walking up and down the stairs or Bridge Street. People just kind of like turn with their whole body and their whole gear. It's a similar prospect of
that happened
casualty.
To me a couple weeks ago. I was glad I had my helmet on because got bonked right there in the side of the head.
and your ski pass to be paid for that season. We have sports. We have winter sport injury law commercials that we play here. What's going on where you are? I love the free concerts that are going on over at Vail all weekend long.
That's right, Ty. So we're over now in Solaris Plaza. You can see the stage right behind me to my right, and then obviously Solaris Plaza directly behind me as well. But we had a number of free concerts this weekend. Friday night was Low Cut Connie and Galactic. Last night was JoJo Herman from Widespread Panic and Moon Taxi, who really tore it up last night. And this morning, we've got a local band. We've got a group out of Edwards. Oh, I've lost the name. One moment. I'm going to pull that up on my phone real quick for us.
Laughing Bones.
I had it in my head, and now, the Laughing Bones. The Laughing Bones this morning. A little Bloodies and Bluegrass. Yeah, right here in Solaris. So there'll be music. There'll be some beverages at 8:30 this morning. So if you're out and about here in the village, you want a quick dash of Bloody Mary before you head up the hill. Definitely check it out here in Solaris Plaza. The vibes will be, as we like to say, immaculate.
And 8:30 in the morning, as far as concerts and shows and music and Bloody Marys are concerned, what an early start for a Sunday fun day. And if you were to think about it, Cameron, this weekend, I mean, getting back to a little bit of normalcy around here following the COVID-19 and pandemic, a lot of events overlaying each other. This is the busiest this resort has been since since the pandemic began. So really, really excited about all the things that are going on. Cameron's reporting live from over at Vail at Solaris, the Winter Mountain Games, sharing with you events that are kicking off even as early as a Sunday morning at 8:30 with music. Don't miss out on that. And the lifts begin also at 8:30 over at Vail. But if you are just arriving here and you're looking for a home to live in, maybe you already have a home that you have purchased but you would care for improved air quality in your home, we have just the thing for you. Let's take a look.
A good night's sleep is important, but it's a little more difficult up at altitude in our beautiful Rocky Mountain towns. Here to tell us more about it, we have Gary Hansen, and he's with Altitude Control Technologies. You guys are actually based out of Edwards, Colorado, but we're at a beautiful home in Breckenridge learning about this technology. So let us know how we can get a better night's sleep with Altitude Control Technology.
Sure. First, I'll tell you what we do is called altitude simulation, which basically is adding oxygen to bedrooms to bring the altitude down so that you don't suffer from altitude sickness symptoms. We've been in business for over 20 years. We do work with Harvard Medical School, the Mayo Clinic, the United States Air Force Academy, the Navy,
Olympic centers around the world.
All around the world, professional athletic teams, and so we've been doing systems in the mountains for about 8 years or so, and we have hundreds of them.
Oh yeah, you know what, you think about Vail at what, 8,100 feet, Breckenridge 9,600, you know, some of these homes that are up on the mountains, up in Bachelor Gulch or Cordillera.
Sure.
You know, I can imagine this, the word is getting out about this, and people are wanting to have this technology in their home. How do we do it in the home? Like what goes on?
So what we do is we put our system somewhere other than the bedrooms. We only oxygenate bedrooms because that's when you need it the most, when you're sleeping. And we put our system somewhere other than the bedroom, like a garage or a crawl space, and then we pipe the oxygen to the bedrooms. We don't want you to hear or see anything in these bedrooms, and hopefully we'll show you that. And so the system takes air in from outside, splits up the oxygen and the nitrogen. We send the nitrogen back out of the house and the oxygen to the bedrooms. And we increase the oxygen levels by about 30% to simulate an altitude that's close to sea level.
Okay, and then we just have something like a little panel where we can watch what's going on.
We do. We have a controller, and we're really the only company that has a controller with dual sensors, and the sensors monitor the oxygen saturation, the barometric pressure, and the CO2 in the room constantly, because you don't want to get too much oxygen in a room or you violate the National Fire Protection Code. But you want to make sure you're getting enough to actually get a physiological benefit from it.
Okay, what's the response been?
It's been very good. We have references from all around the world. We actually have systems in South America, China, Europe, but most of the ski towns and high mountain towns in the West, we have systems in all of them, and we have people that tell us all the time, I'm only able to stay here because of your system.
Yeah, definitely. And getting that good night's sleep, feeling good, attacking the mountain, going skiing or hiking or biking the next day is very important. Okay, if we want to learn more, what's the best source? Do you guys have a website for us?
We do. It's www.act-o2.com.
Okay, if you want to learn more, give them a call.
All right, so there you learn right there a little bit of technology. It's called Altitude Control Tech. You're watching Vail Valley Live. We'll be right back.
Skiing is more dangerous than ever due to crowded slopes and people skiing faster than their abilities allow. Hi, this is Joseph Block, a ski injury attorney at Block & Chapleau. If another skier or snowboarder hits you from behind and it injures you, you're entitled to monetary compensation. Remember, the downhill skier has the right of way. The uphill skier has a responsibility to avoid skiers below.
If you've been injured, you need to call an attorney to protect your rights. It's important to preserve the evidence immediately. Call Block and Chapeau today at 970-926-1700. We've been doing this for over 30 years and have collected millions of dollars of compensation for injured skiers and snowboarders.
Block and Chapeau has offices in the Vail Valley, Frisco, and Denver to serve you. Your case is our priority.
If you've been injured in an automobile or ski collision, call us today at 970-926-1700 to speak to an attorney, or go to vailjustice.com.
You're probably wondering, what makes these chips taste so good? Here's a hint. It's lime. They taste like lime. Tostitos, get to the good stuff.
It's 5 a.m. and
I feel like I can do anything.
We've got apples and cabbage,
7,000 dahlias,
vegetables, and
brisket for dinner.
This is my happy place.
We've been coming here since 1868.
My grandmother used to say,
Don't call me, don't bother me, I'm going out to Maui.
There's a lot of cushy desk jobs out there, but
I make the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Live Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact their Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
You're watching Vail Valley Live. It's going to be a sunny one for your Sunday. It's been a sunny weekend by the time Saturday got here. And we're going to find our temperatures after starting the morning off, when we're still in the morning time, in feels of the below figures, climbing temperatures, single digits. A little wind speed could play against the skin today out there, so layer up for the start of your morning, but then those layers are going to come off as we continue to enjoy the sun. Sunscreen, proper eyewear, as Cameron suggests for you. Temperatures climbing into the 40s. Take a look at these numbers. And how long will this last, Ty Diaz? That's what I'm here to tell you. We're going to keep the 40s around Monday. That's tomorrow. Wrapping up the month of February. How do you pronounce February? February? It's a fun one. And look at our Monday right there. Climbing almost into the mid-40s at Vail, but as we look at areas of our Eagle County corridor, the mid to upper single digits overnight low temperatures, mid to upper 40s. Tuesday, Wednesday, growing stronger. Wednesday, Thursday, the clouds and overcast grow into our region, but the temperatures continue to climb. 21 days away from spring. What about the snow, Ty? Oh, people are having a good time on it. The lifts open at 8:30 over at Vail. Ski-Mo has already started competition-wise over at Vail, 7:30. A race up the mountain with your ski skins on. 9 o'clock over at Beaver Creek. Talons Challenge continues. Let's look at our weather. Are you up for the challenge? You still have opportunity to get in on the Talons Challenge. This is a competition where you take on 14 double black diamond runs totaling over 26,000 vertical feet of elevation. We're talking mobbing on the slopes over at Beaver Creek. And 25 years of this going on, the 19th annual Talons Challenge. And this event, registration, you can do so online, or to learn more, don't miss out on this opportunity to get into activity and to get your name on the roster of people that's ever competed at the Talons Challenge. We're going to check back in with Cameron right now. Trisha Swenson's always signing me up to borrow Ken Hovey's gear to take to the slopes, and she's always suggesting that Cameron's going to sign up for the Talons Challenge. But I believe Meredith, and you're friends with her, is over doing the Talons Challenge. How do you feel about her tackling these double black diamonds over there, Cameron?
I mean, better
I've never
than
skied with
me,
her.
for sure. I'm not quite up to that double black. I can do black diamonds as long as they're groomed, but any kind of bumps, like a steep blue that's bumped out, you can count me out on that one. So here's definitely leaving the Talent Challenge to Meredith this weekend.
Here's what crosses my mind, just like at Vail for an entire weekend long of athleticism, concerts and shows on the slopes and the sunshine, the Talents Challenge. I could see like a sumo wrestler costume coming down, bouncing through those moguls, maybe like some kind of like dinosaur costume, a runaway bride, or some superhero fashion. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun when you think of it that way. Makes anything possible.
You're right. And then you get the swag at the end. You get the little medallion. You get all the the bragging rights that go along with completing the Talent Challenge. I think that might be actually the biggest prize of all.
Speaking with Seth Ehrlich yesterday, Charlie had to do so. It's just one of those things, the Talons Challenge, where it's an honor code of your results as you go after the terrain, that they punch your ticket of accomplishment before you go into the next of those things. It's one of those things where you got to keep them honest out there. And yeah, so honestly, you and I are saying it's not exactly for us, but the attire, I can imagine some cute fashions too. And behind you, you're at Gorsuch. And that definitely comes with the taste of quality and fashion.
That's right, Ty. So yeah, we came inside our phone here with the temperatures outside. Our battery's just draining fast. So we came inside here to Gorsuch Ski Cafe. You can see some of the beautiful women's coats here behind us to our right. It's got some really beautiful kind of lilac lavender coats. Big puffers, a really good option for you today as you get out and about. But also these like really cool vintage looks here as well. We pan here just for this. Got these big block letters here on the chest of some of these. There they are right there. So really kind of get the vintage with the stripes, the big bold color blocks, and definitely the big blocky letters. We got a little Team USA beanie for you there. Nice knit wear for you. But yeah, all kinds of really cool stuff. They've got menswear, they've got women's wear, they've got even, as we pan all the way, you can maybe see all the way back behind us here. If for some reason you left your helmet, you left your mittens, I got little chairs here as well. Wasn't a car tie, it was a chair. But yeah, they've got goggles and helmets right behind us. And then as we pan over to my left, we've got a whole wall full of mittens and things for you. A lot of face masks, buffs. If you manage to make your way out of the parking structure without all of your belongings, definitely a place to stop right in. And it's right next to the slopes, right next to Gondola 1. So you can get in and out really quick, grab a coffee. Maybe that like 2 p.m. you need one last boost of energy to get back up for one last run. Definitely stop in here at Gorsuch Ski Cafe for a quick bite and anything you missed.
Early in the morning, we're looking for that cup of coffee before hitting the slopes, but also when we're around the valley, at ski resorts, we're looking for that throwback style and fashion when you're hitting the slopes out there, or even just walking around. You can find that at Gorsuch. But if you're looking for that Colorado look, that mountain vibe and feel in wardrobe and in fashion, there's also another location you can check in. Trisha Swenson was there recently, and we're talking Squash Blossom.
We're here at the Squash Blossom in Vail Village. Joining me now, we have Hillary Magner, and she and her husband Kevin own the Squash Blossom. We're going to give you kind of an overview of the history of it, what they're known for, and there is quite a bit of history here. This store has been in Vail Village for over 40 years.
Yep.
But you and Kevin bought it just a couple years ago.
Yeah, we bought it December in 2019.
Okay, yes, right before COVID. Right. So a lot of different changes and pivoting going on. But what I love is that you were able to keep a lot of our favorite designers and then bring in some of your own and, really help the long-term customer and also attract new ones. But let's talk a little bit about the namesake. I'm wearing a Squash Blossom. So tell us what this is.
Yeah, so this, there's 3 parts to a Squash Blossom. The Moors brought it over to the Native Americans, or to the Spanish and then the Native Americans. So you have the naja, which was what they would wear on the crescents of the bridle. So it's a protector. And then you have the actual squash blossom, which is here, which is the blossom of like it's an actual flower. And then you have the pearl beads.
Okay.
So at one point, squash blossom was all Native American jewelry.
Yeah.
And so we have kept that. We have 3 cases full of really unique vintage and modern Native American jewelry. And then we've expanded, Patty and John expanded probably 20 years ago into designer jewelry.
Yeah.
And so some of the same favorites that they've had is Todd Reed's a local artist. He's still here. Mattia Cello is an Italian designer, which I just love. It's all like titanium.
Oh, it's so delicate.
Like it looks delicate, but look at it. It's flexible, it's wearable, it's super unique. Irene Newerth has been carried here for a very long time. She does all these carved flowers, just amazing stonework. Alex Sepkis, he's out of New York. He's like one of my favorites. This is one-of-a-kind opal. Wow. And just look at the way that the detailing. So he actually hand carves in the wax before he casts all of his pieces. And then Sarah Graham, she's an artist out of basalt. She started using color this year. So I think, designers are trying to innovate, get you new stuff and fun. And then of course, Gurhan, he's been here for probably 20 years as well, all 24 karat gold. So these are kind of the designers we've continued to carry. And then talk about pivot. I think, the last 2 years for everybody is the year of change, right? So it's like, how do we, get people to buy stuff, but also like create community. So I started creating these hope bracelets, literally right after COVID. And it's really just the hope and strength of your spirit to get us through really this challenge or really any challenge that you face in life. And we give a percentage back to our local community fund here, which is just like really important for Kevin and I. Build community, and give back. Like we're all part of this small little valley. And so I think it's really important.
Well, and I think it's so great that we have, some stores that are locally owned and operated. You're going to find Hillary or Kevin or both in here pretty much every day. So it is really neat. And then when you hear the stories about all that they know about these designers, it's just the connection. And I think that's what people want, is they want to feel connected to the jewelry and support these individuals that are creating it, support individual shopkeepers.
Right, yeah. So Kevin is a gemologist. He actually is doing ear piercings. We're doing watch battery repair, just jewelry repair, jewelry redesign, repurposing. So we've kind of added some new services as well to the list of things we can do for the community.
All right, so many different things, fun things that you can find here. You can stop by. They're right across from Sweet Basil here in Vail Village. Do you guys have a website as well?
We do. It's squashblossomvail.com.
Okay, follow them on social media as well for some of their tips and tricks.
All right, so give me some ideas for shopping around the valley. That is Squash Blossom, located over at Vail Village. That's where Cameron is. And looking at the time, about 8 minutes from now, Bloody Mary's coming up. We'll be back.
You are an electric vehicle. Electricity powers your heart. Want to feel your heartbeat faster? Drive an electric car, where the loudest sound is the beat of your electric heart. This is the new Nissan.
Maui Jim sunglasses were born on the beaches of Hawaii, designed to respond to the bright sun and harsh glare of the islands, all while enhancing the view. After 30 years, we're still independently owned, and the free-thinking Hawaiian spirit that first inspired us is still a part of everything we do. Our Polarized Plus 2 lenses not only protect eyes from harmful rays, they also make colors more vivid and contrast crisper. Try on a pair and see for yourself. The view's better from here.
Love is the theme all month at Nap Harvest, and they invite you to experience their love of food, flowers, and bees. Pick up a delicious dinner and dessert for your Valentine. Grab jewelry for a friend and bath salts for yourself, and show your love for the planet with fill and refill. Nap Harvest, your indoor farmers market, open 7 days a week.
In 1964, television viewers tuned in to The Ed Sullivan Show to see the American debut of a British group called The Beatles, and the world was never the same. Featuring music from the Rolling Stones, the Kinks, the Beatles and more, the British Invasion relives the hits that changed the world. This immersive multimedia concert experience takes you on a musical journey front and centre back to the 60s. They came, they sang, they conquered. The British Invasion, live on stage.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne. Elevated savings.
You are watching Vail Valley Live. Thank you for tuning in with us. You can catch us tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning. You can catch us online if you missed anything. Catch the replay once it's re-uploaded on YouTube. You can do so there. The chat feature when we're live, you can find that on Facebook and YouTube. Asking us questions, letting us know that you're on your way, or if you see something that you like, you can just kind of chime in, like the squash blossom, saying, oh, that was a cute necklace. And I just learned what a squash blossom is. Yeah, we like to interact with you with the show. It helps the momentum of the show. Now, how about your momentum today? It's going to be spent in the sun. Are you doing it as a commuter, heading back toward the Front Range? Are you doing it like these folks in the image that we're sharing with you, making their way to the bus stop, making their way to the slopes? 8:30 over at Vail. That's the lift times when they begin. 9 o'clock at Beaver Creek. And weather-wise, blue skies out there. A blinding driver commute to get to your location. Get your parking in there. Spending it on the moguls, are you? All right. Well, temperatures are going to climb. Bundling up for the start of the morning with the below figures, climbing into the 40s in the high point of the day in fields, the mid to upper 30s. Some of those layers could come off. Cameron was over at Vail Village. He was at the Gorsuch. They have lockers inside of there if you want to put your belongings someplace and find them later on in the day. And then as far as being with us all week long, if you're joining us or thinking about staying longer, take a look at this. Sunshine tomorrow. Oh yeah, bring it. Tuesday as well. Oh yeah, you're gonna look cute out there with your less layers on by the time you make your way to the slopes. Your crazy costumes. That's why you're here. You're the New Year's baby, just running around on warmer days. As we hit that 21 days away from spring, we're gonna see you. I don't know, bikinis and jams on the slopes before you know it. But as we roll into the middle of the week, Hump Day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Overcasts are going to pull into our region, but the temperatures will continue to climb. As far as snow is concerned, there'll be more. There'll be more. What we're going to do right now is head over to the Cameron and see how things are shaping up around Vail Village a little bit more. The crowds are out, and they probably heard about the Bloody Marys. Where can they be found? I say near the stage. How are you doing, Cameron? What's going on now?
Hey,
Look at this crowds.
Yeah, Ty, so just behind me, you can see the maze really starting to fill up. It's not as long as it was earlier this week. You know, Wednesday, Thursday, that maze really kind of stretched out. But yeah, the lists are just about to take folks up. We've actually seen a couple of the skimo athletes downloading. So they finished that race that we saw start at the top of the show, finished it up at the top of Midvale, or right there in Midvale, and they've downloaded now for the awards ceremony down Gondola 1. But yeah, looking nice and busy here in the maze, but I expect once the lift starts turning, that the crowd will really kind of get up on the hill and probably straight back to the back bowls today.
That was a 7:30 start, that skimo race competition this morning, the skimo vertical Mountain Plaza, right where you are. And it was really exciting to see, but a really good start, a turnout of racers this morning. I can only imagine 4 years from now watching this on the Olympics.
Yeah, Ty, so I think they had about 60 racers there, 60 athletes there at the start, and they, like I said, we saw them right there at the start line get up the hill. You see the course map there for us. They went over up Golden Peak, and then up there all the way to Midvale, right there at the top of Gondola 1. Did a great job. Hey, Ty, I do want to mention one thing because they just posted the grooming report over there. So what's groomed this morning here in Vail, and the signature groomed runs, and you see that scrolling across the screen, but the signature groomed runs, so the ones you probably want to hit early and hit hard this morning, really get those good turns in. It's Simba, Slifer Express, North Star, and Grand Review. 4 kind of signature runs across the mountain here in Vail that you definitely want to check out if you're hitting the slopes today.
Yeah, we appreciate you with the suggestions right there on how to approach that. And as we look at the chat right now, just a little deferring here. Rodney Travis, thank the Lord it's not going to be blinding, bright sunshine all week. Yeah, I think it will be, to be honest with you. And and you got your sunglasses out there. You're not wearing them, but you're reminding people to photokeratitis to protect your eyes out there. Look at you, Murdoch.
Yeah, Ty, I feel really cool in my glasses this morning. You can see the reflection of the camera in them right now. There they are. Oh yeah.
This is kind of weird. It's like a play on words. The reflection of the Cameron in the camera. Yeah. It looks good. It's a very good look. There's some movement behind you, and I imagine the crowd is there because last week, today, other than the Black Hawk helicopter that landed at the top of Chair 2, we announced a new chicken restaurant right near there, Chair 2, and you had the assignment to stop by and check out the Black Hawk helicopter. People were telling me about you that when it was landing, you were scrambling for your camera, but the chopper propellers blew your gloves and your poles like out of your own view about 100 yards.
Yeah, so Ty, last Sunday, if any of our viewers want to check it out, I think the footage of it is posted on our Instagram page. But yeah, the Black Hawk helicopter landing as part of Vail Legacy Weekend. I wasn't expecting it. I was just chilling there on my skis. I had my poles spiked in the ground next to me. The helicopter came in at an angle, and it blew all of us back at least 10 feet. My poles and skis went flying. But hey, it was a lot of fun, and I was 20 yards from the bird when it landed, so really cool experience for sure.
So did your gear blow like down the front face of the mountain towards the chicken coop, or did it drop into sun up, sun down bowl?
Well, I was standing on the front side of the mountain, so it blew down a Bonte just a little ways. I was able to do a little, side shuffle to go get it down, and then side shuffle back. But it was a 10-minute process probably to go the 20 yards and back, just little shuffling up and down the hill there.
You sound like an athlete, Cameron, and maybe that whole effort will make its way into Olympics as it's an Olympic sport, and that is a little 10-minute shuffle to collect your gear after a Black Hawk helicopter landing at the top of Chair 2. But if you ski all the way down, you'll find the chicken coop on Vail Mountain. Plenty of activities happening all weekend long. In the Sun Talons Challenge over at Beaver Creek. The Winter Mountain Games over at Vail, 8:30. Bloody Marys, live music. And there's a bus that will bring you between both mountains, the express bus, Eco Transit. Consider it. But enjoy your day out there. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 7:30.